Let me know if this looks like your gameplay. You're starting to dribble in the midfield, already a defender breathing down your neck. You're escaping the pressure only to 1 second later almost being bullied off the ball, to then finally being bullied off the ball and losing it to a defender. If that's your gameplay experience right now in FC26, you're not alone, but I have a solution for you. Look at this example right here. It looks like a prime position for the defender to actually come in and snatch the ball from us with that advanced defending push into the side. But then the magic move is happening and we are escaping the defender with a ball roll to the side. So today I want to show you this pro dribbling move, which is the ball roll. Super simple, super versatile, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. By the way, guys, we have a full tutorial on the Guide Plus where we explain multiple ways how you can escape the pressure from defenders in FC26 with good first touch control, great dribbling, first time passes, and much more. So make sure to check out the link in the description. We got a 40% discount on our season pass right now. Definitely worth a look. Now, let's start with the ball roll. Why is it so good and how exactly do we use it in the game? Well, as I already explained, the move is very, very simple. So as you can see in this example, we're going forward here, and in order to pull off a ball roll, all we really need to do is push the right stick to our player's left or right for maybe half a second, maximum a second. So it's like a brief, push to that side. It's not a flick or anything like that. So you can see my running direction is diagonally to the top left here. And so with the right stick input, I need to make that diagonally to the top right. So that's the right of my player, or I could go to the left of my player. I'm going to show you a couple of scenes here from the practice arena. You can simply practice this move there and it should become muscle memory relatively quickly. And then you can just always use the ball roll in your games. Now, this move doesn't look like much, so you may be asking yourself, is that really a game changer? Is that really something that will allow me to play much better? And trust me, it is, because it is super versatile. This move allows you to control the ball no matter the situation. So the first spot where we can use it very nicely is in order to slow down when we start sprinting and we might be losing ball control. So look at this right here. I'm starting to sprint and I'm getting into this position right here. Now the opponent is starting to select his fullback. Maybe I'm going to run into some pressure. So I decide to cut inside early, and the ball roll is just a super reliable way of doing this. And not only does it give you really close ball control immediately after sprinting with a animation that is always going to be the same, it also allows you to change your passing angles. So now I can actually, change my angle from this to this right here and then easily play a pass to the inside. Now, in a situation like this, I could have done that with normal dribbling. However, you don't always know which type of animation you get, but especially in very tight spots like this one right here, the ball roll is excellent because it allows you super close ball control, and then you can immediately, decide what you want to do afterwards again. So look at this right here. We're starting to sprint. People always say, you're sprinting too much, you're sprinting too much. You can actually see good players sprint all the time. When you have little spaces available like this right here, sprinting is an important tool to use those spaces and get away from the defender behind you. But then obviously you're vulnerable with those heavy touches because an opponent can come in and easily snatch the ball from you right there. So in order to avoid that, we can now use the ball roll by pushing the right stick to our player's left and quickly get around this defender. So it's a ball roll, and then we can immediately start sprinting again. Now we get into the second part where the ball roll is really, really effective, which is pulling the ball away from the defender. So you have multiple choices with a ball roll, right? Let's say the defender would be in front of me right here. I could actually use the ball roll to cut inside and then continue dribbling here, or cut inside and then play a pass if it's open. But if I have a defender directly to the side or slightly back like this right here, and he's about to come in and pressure me with that advanced defending, you know, with spamming that physical challenge and pushing me off balance the way you always lose the ball, a super valuable trick with the ball roll to have is that you actually do it to the outside. You do it away from the defender. You don't do it to cut inside directly, you're doing it to save the ball. And this move is just super reliable. You don't get weird dribbling animations where you're being pushed into the sideline anyways. Even though you try to dribble safely, you always get a great animation like this. And if I go back to this first example right here, you can even do this first timed. So before you receive the ball, little extra tip here, you can already make the input for the ball roll, and your player, you can see just holding the right stick there will allow you to do the ball roll with your player and get out of that pressure situation. And that is just so valuable in this spot right here. Again, instead of getting into the physical challenge, we do the ball roll to the side and then we turn around, and then we can continue our attack. Now, this will allow you to now not get into these pressure situations anymore, and instead being able to solve them and continue your attack. So here you can see one of my coaching clients who was struggling with this exact same issue. You can see this is a very, very typical spot right here where he's starting to dribble in the midfield. I'm chasing with the midfielder here. I'm starting to catch up. You can see me starting to use the advanced defending with the X here. We have a guide on advanced defending, by the way, as well, in case you want to use it. I will link it at the top right corner if you're wondering what that is. And so now he's getting under pressure. He hasn't played the pass. Bam, I just win the ball from him. So what could he have done instead here? We just learned, do the ball roll to the side. So don't do the ball roll into the chasing defender, obviously, but instead do the ball roll away from the defender. And once I get here, he now, instead of taking this touch, has already taken the ball up here to the side and can continue dribbling forward, passing, cutting back, and passing over here. Many, many options. All right, guys. And so now this coaching client won't have this issue anymore in the future. Now, by the way, if you're looking to get private coaching yourself, there's also a link in the description down below. I have put a 10% discount on there as well, in case you're interested in getting private coaching yourself. Check it out. Now, my final and very, very important tip for this ball roll trick is that you can be super versatile with it. This is important, guys. So what does that mean? Let me show you in this last example right here. The move to the side allows you to create space between you and the defender. So here you can see the defender chasing, right? Typical FC26 situation. We go forward and the defender is chasing and looking to make contact at some point. So instead of giving him contact, we're now going to do the ball roll to the side. But because we're also, or not also, but only doing a move to the side here, we're not fully committed to actually turning around. You know, if we did a full left stick input here of like turning and going this way, we are committed to now go this way, and that's our only option. But the ball roll is only doing this. And after you do this and you end up in this point right here, you can now actually decide, do you want to turn around or do you want to continue going straight? And so what you can do is fake out the opponent or just react to what the opponent is doing. Because if you look closely, opponent is actually doing a bad move here. He's starting to tackle because, you know, players are getting so aggressive again nowadays with better defending stats and all of this pressure that you can apply to the attacker. They're starting to spam their tackle button. So if he's tackling into no man's land, we can just continue going straight and continue using space and see what we want to do. Now, in this case, it didn't really lead to that much. There was still this defender. He recovered pretty quickly with this defender. So, you know, we didn't think that this pass was now possible. If it would have been great, you know, to go straight, then play forward here and go there. In the end, we decided it's not worth it. So now this time we do the ball roll here and we actually turn around and continue playing through the center over here. So just in this little example, you can see that the first time you can fake it and continue going straight, and the second time you can turn around. And this way the opponent will never know what you're doing, and if you start experimenting with it, you will wonder how many situations there are where you are with this winger here against the fullback, and then you simply do a ball roll to the side. This guy will stop and, you know, think you're going to turn around, and then you just immediately continue sprinting down the line, and you've created some space. As simple as that. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Check out the next guide linked on screen right now, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.